Good morning, Boerne Bible Church. I am honored to be up here this morning to introduce you to a couple that we became aware of as a mission board and interviewed them and absolutely fell in love with them. Beautiful couple, Mike and Madeline Johnston, with 4 beautiful kids that have committed themselves to go to Japan and serve there, and we will be supporting you on a monthly basis, and I will let you tell us about it.
Well, good morning, Boerne Bible. We are so thrilled and honored to be here with you guys this morning. We are the Johnston family. My name is Mike. This is my wife, Madeline, and we have, like Jay said, 4 kiddos in the back that'll hopefully behave while we're not there, but we'll see.
So you're probably wondering why Japan? Well, Japan is the second largest unreached people group in the world, with less than 1% of the population identifying as Christian. And it's estimated that 95% of Japanese people will never even meet a Christian in their lifetime. So they'll be born, live their entire life, and die without meeting someone to tell them about Jesus.
Yeah, and that really just breaks our hearts, but also compels us, to go to reach the people in Japan. As God called us to Japan, He also gave us a vision for the kind of ministry that He's uniquely called and equipped us for. And we'd love to briefly share just 3 parts of that vision. The first is disability ministry. When I was 20 years old, I was in the Navy, and I was hit by a car while riding my motorcycle, and it resulted in the amputation of my left leg. I was able to return to active duty and serve 8 years, 2 of those years I was stationed in Japan, interestingly, the Lord's timing. But after my time in the military, I became involved in Paralympic and adaptive sports, and eventually competed professionally in the sport of triathlon for about 5 years. So sports and community really helped me have a sense of confidence, rebuild that, and give me a sense of purpose in my life. But we know that ultimately, the true healing and purpose that we find doesn't come from sports, it comes from the gospel. So we feel called to go and share that. In Japan, disability is often deeply stigmatized. There is a deep sense of family and cultural shame associated with both physical and mental disabilities. And there's actually a Japanese saying that is, the nail that sticks up gets hammered down. So in many ways, the people with disabilities are seen as that nail that sticks up. Many feel out of place, isolated, unseen, and outcast in their own society. So Japanese culture stands in sharp contrast to, in a lot of ways, to American culture. But we see that as an opportunity to meet people with the love of Jesus in a very tangible way. So building community relationships and ultimately sharing the gospel with them.
Another huge part of our ministry, you'll see in the middle pictures, a glimpse of it, is hospitality and community outreach. So this picture is a glimpse into what ministry already looks like in our home in San Antonio. We love opening our home, building relationships, and Christ-centered community where believers and non-believers can gather together. Often it's through those genuine relationships that people begin asking questions and become open to hearing about Jesus. As Scripture says, by this all people will know that you are my disciples if you have love for one another.
So we're also passionate about discipleship through Bible studies and small groups for men and women. And that connects closely with another sense of area that God has called us, and that is the military outreach. So the 2 years I was stationed in Japan, I didn't find opportunities for Bible studies, discipleship, or a Christian community on base where I was stationed. And so our heart, the Lord's put on our hearts my heart specifically, to help provide that for young servicemen and women that are stationed abroad, obviously in Japan, and offer them something deeper than the typical lifestyle surrounding military culture and the fast living. But we're also here, next slide, because we can't do this alone. The image represents how we this like image of the rock climber and the person being belayed down is like represents how we view people who want to like partner with us financially. We may be the ones going to Japan, but like that, it requires people back home here holding the rope, like being the anchor as we go forward. So one cannot happen without the other. We recognize that our greatest need is prayer from the body, like for the Lord to lead us, sustain us, and go ahead of us to prepare a way for us in Japan. And after that, it's financial support that actually will help us get there. We need the monthly financial partners. Monthly support is what allows missionaries to get to the field, but also stay there long term doing missionary work. And truly, just by being part of Boerne Bible Church, like you guys are already supporting us through for your prayers for sending the gospel around the world. Your church's tangible financial support, since they're partnering with us. But we also want to like personally invite you to prayerfully consider becoming personal financial partners with us as well.
Yeah.
Next slide.
Yeah, that's the right slide. This slide shows what it financially takes for our family to serve in Japan. The figures that are filled in black represent people who are already committed to partnering with us monthly, and the blue figures are areas where we're still trusting God to provide. So we would be so grateful if you would prayerfully consider joining us in this mission.
Thank you so much, Boerne Bible Church, for allowing us to share about the gospel need in Japan, and also the calling that God has put on us to go reach the Japanese. So we will be around after service. If anybody wants to come and connect with us, we'd love to talk to you personally. And we also have like a newsletter sign up for anybody that wants to just follow along via like our newsletter. So thank you so much.
Thank you.